Well, welcome everyone to the Differentiator series. I'm Joe Skarupa, Group Editor-in-Chief of RIS News, and recently, actually in San Antonio, Texas, I had a chance to speak to Bernard Luthi of RakutenBuy.com. And we were talking about how retailers compete in the environment of omnichannel retailing, but especially in the world of digital retailing, and how the speed and the pace of change is much different than traditional retailing and what retailers are used to in their stores. Here's what Bernard Luthi had to say. Well, welcome everyone. I'm Joe Skarupa, Group Editor-in-Chief of RIS News, and I'm here today at the Cross-Channel Executive Summit talking with Bernard Luthi, who is the Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Operating Officer for RakutenBuy.com. Now, Bernard, your opening keynote presentation was well received today, and one of the topics that I thought was interesting and everyone was asking you questions about was the interactive presence, the web presence, and how you're actually executing it on your website.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredibly important, and at RakutenBuy.com we've really followed three main principles. Simplicity, connection, and be human. And individually what those mean is, from a simplicity standpoint, it's make the process easy, make it simple for people to shop, to understand how to shop. We get carried away in doing a number of things to add on to our web pages. We make it isolating, we make it impersonal. It's really important that if you consider 2/3 of the world's population isn't online today, as they go online, we need to make sure they can understand the process of shopping. From being connected, it's really about staying ahead of the curve of technology, whether it's through social interaction, through Facebook, through any sort of social platform, allowing yourself to connect to your end users, to understand what they're looking for. And mobile as well, really staying ahead of that curve. It's a mobile environment, we need to understand where people are going. And finally, human. I think it's absolutely critical to bring the human aspect back into e-tail. And at RakutenBuy.com, what we're doing is creating the shopkeeper and really focusing on the person who's selling that product and the origins of that product. And I think if you stay focused on those three main factors, you can navigate through e-commerce and you can stay ahead of the curve.
You know, Bernard, everyone thinks of the e-commerce landscape as a fast-changing landscape, and as fast as it has been changing for retailers, the pace of change is actually picking up. Tell us about some of the changes you talked about in your presentation and the pace of change.
Yeah, absolutely. There's pace is rapid. And if you look at what customers want today versus what they wanted a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it evolves at a breakneck speed pace. If you think back to the sort of evolution of e-commerce, it was all about price and availability. Today it's about discovery. It's about allowing a merchant to sell a product halfway around the world to a customer they never would have connected with, or allowing a consumer who finds a boutique certainly outside of their area of residence, and that they fall in love with and they can create a bond with. And being able to deliver that as retailers or e-tailers is incredibly important. And a lot of it focuses around really three main elements, which is social, local, and mobile. Each of them have an interactive point with consumers, and it's our job as retailers to find ways to customize those applications. It's not only, and it's not good enough just to participate, you have to customize, whether it's connecting consumers at a local level or creating a mobile website or a mobile application that allows you to deliver exactly what they want and how they want to receive it. It's an exciting time for us as retailers, and technology is moving very quickly, and it's imperative that we stay ahead of it.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Bernard. I really appreciate your insights and look forward to working with you again on a future project. Well, Bernard, clearly RakutenBuy.com is ahead of the curve when it comes to the pace of change and dealing with the pace of online retailing and surviving in the multi-channel world. I appreciate your comments. And that concludes this session of the Differentiator series. Please join us again for the next one, and have a great day.